How's it going, guys? It's Najam. Welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'm going to take a look at the Riwbox XBT-80. So these are really cheap wireless headphones, and they also are wireless as well, so you can actually use them with wired devices. So you can get these in few colors. I actually got the black and gold one, but I really like the purple and green one, and you also got the white and gold one as well, which looks really nice. Here are the specs briefly. These are not all of them. So you got a 40mm driver, it's Bluetooth 5, and it uses 30 milliwatts. It's 32 ohms, and there's the sensitivity. Let's go ahead and put this to the side and take a look at the headphones. So here they are. These are the XBT-80. So these were actually sent over by the company, but they are really cheap. So these cost only £25. And they're really light, they can fold up, so that's awesome. So these are actually pretty small as well, so they'll fit in your bag, which is nice. You've got the logo on the top, which is cool. So they are made out of plastic, so obviously because they're cheap, they're made out of cheaper materials, but this bit here is actually made out of steel or something, they say, but I mean, I don't know, it does feel like plastic, but it's a really good quality plastic. So as you can see, it's got the headphone in, you got the micro USB for charging, and you got the SD card slot, so if you want to play music on that. And on the other side you've got some controls. So the bottom one is the power on button, and it's also the call button. So in the speakers there, you can actually see the left and the right channel. So the main one is the left side. To turn them on, it's also got the microphone here, so you can actually use this for calling as well. Now it comes with this cable. So this is like a 3.5 to 3.5 cable to use, and this also has the microphone, so you can actually use the microphone with this as well. Now the thing is, at first I thought this side maybe goes into the headphones because it's angled, but it doesn't. It's this one, so that one wouldn't actually fit. This is the one that goes in here, and then you can actually use these wired. And then you've also got the inline pause and play thingy, so that works really well. And so like this, you can actually use this with your PC or something, and you can actually use this as a headset. I haven't really tested the microphone quality because I don't think people are going to buy this for that. They're going to buy like a separate microphone or something. But you can actually use these wired, and I was using these wired with my Surface Pro for watching stuff, and I've also used it with my Hugo 2 to see how it sounds music and how much better it can sound compared to Bluetooth. Design wise, they're alright, pretty nice. But these again are really cheap, so don't expect the best of them. Now let's talk about the sound quality. I've actually used them with Bluetooth and wired. I usually have them like this, and then just sort of fold that in here. So I usually keep them like this. I do use them wired, but you can use them wireless as well. Let me just talk about the sound quality, wired and wireless. So when you're using these wireless, there's a lot more emphasis on the bass, which is a bit weird. I actually didn't expect that. Compared to wired, I thought they would sound kind of the same, in terms of like the frequency response. But with Bluetooth, I think there's more power going to it, so the drivers, and so it's got more bass. Now also, while it's Bluetooth, the bass isn't really all that impressive. In terms of control, it does have good bass, but the control is not as good over the bass when you compare it to wired. So I did use the Hugo 2, which is really good, and these sound really good with the Hugo 2. The thing is, these only go up to 16 kilohertz. That's what they say, but they sound okay. Obviously the highs are not the best, so these are really cheap, but they're actually pretty good. So the sound quality for £20 is actually a lot better than what you'd expect. So there's that. So when using these wired, I did get much better bass, as in it has a lot more control over it, so that's really nice. Now in terms of the mids and the highs, The mids are okay, and then the highs are, well, they only go up to 16 kilohertz, but they sound really smooth and nice. So the sound quality is actually really good. Sound stage is pretty big as well. You're gonna want to burn these in a little bit, and then they'll start sounding much better, because out of the box they didn't really sound all that good. The bass on these, one of the things I really like about these is the bass. So obviously these have a slightly warmer signature, so the bass on these is really nice. It's not the sub bass. I don't think they have a lot of that. They've got the sort of like a boomy bass, but it does have some impact because it does go down to well, the lower frequencies, so that does help. But the bass frequencies, I really like the strings on this, so they really stand out and they have a lot of thickness to them, and so these have that thick bass, so that's nice. I do like that sometimes. Compared to those that I use daily, these are sort of like the opposite. So those have rolled off bass, so these don't, so these have slightly emphasized bass. So anyways, that's about it actually. For 20 quid I did use the wireless, so it's really nice to use wireless. One of the other things is, because the wired actually goes in through the circuitry, it doesn't get all the hiss or any of the buzzing stuff, which I've heard from the Surface Pro on some of the stuff that I use, because it sort of gets rid of that for some weird reason. So that's cool. But once you plug them in, it turns off, and then you can use them wireless. But once you're using them you can use them wired, so they turn off, so you're not using any battery. But if you want to use them wireless, you're gonna unplug that, and then you can actually use them with your phone and everything. One of the only things that I don't like about these is the comfort. So these sit on the ears, so that's not the most comfortable pair of headphones, just by the nature. Some people are okay, not really my thing. I can wear them for about an hour, but then they sort of get, my ears start aching. Anyways, if you have any questions about these, ask me in the comment section below. I'll leave a link in the description, you can check them out. So if you're looking for cheap headphones, these are actually pretty good. So anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in another video.